84 yon kwa battle Likee TV no so no bese ne na obacha na iso no hit adoma no subscribe no like it no shama one pense me bi etie so enye bi etie no mese so obajebre ni adaje ne boru ansem ne den sema etwagu no ye de emu ensem enyina ebebramo na ye problem etie fo na Torkornoo nsem no amaga na ha ye de bruta se wiase wo hoi usu di obi bone unim da onso ebia bone kro na odidi obi no onso eba abeto so because per the this funny say men de beto dwane chese there is no way say maame no even the suspension of their man ya sake no yes per the months one say ya sake no na get the suspension the say ye de to so na kwe ya sake no totally na meto na me say uhwe nkonfo ne nsem mu se piegu ho yi nsem ba na ji se aso mu scrutinize sector by sector see omo wie judiciary ho na ni odin se after judiciary ho na he no mdo mani kire na se yisi ho de na yisi ho de nso wo mu enim be pie wo ho no mi ne maame na nka ma resign entem kranza na edu ho ntem god ho no ne me pie no what we
are even talking about. There's one Auditor's General's report that I chanced on, where her daughter was collecting per diem.
Yes, 10,000.
She was traveling with her daughter. Yes. Your children are not supposed to collect per diem.
She's above 18 years too.
She's above, and listen, when you are traveling, the only person whose ticket, airfare must be bought is you, the officer. The government or the state does not need to buy a ticket for your spouse, or unless
even the husband went to Zambia, they paid him $6,000.
Yes. So her children were on government whatever. Omu tukwaya omo business class ticket momo. Na yasa amomu per diem. In what capacity was her daughter collecting per diem? A day juma no kwakoya ma bang and see na ye tuya ni ba. And as a Chief Justice, you should know better. You see, the bar that we use to measure the Chief Justice is higher. So you do not let your children, you don't put yourself in that position where your children are being paid per diem. Di juma na wobano okwakwaya ma banti ana yedi yesika etua ne per diem. For what? For what?
We are number 4 the whole.
For what? What did the American say? And in the past, when Charlotte Osei was being removed, Charlotte Osei herself was a woman. A female judge is going to be removed. A female. Where were they when Charlotte Osei was removed? Aye gun animasi or Bema baako a cultural petition. Bema Charlotte Osei family a share no. Emma ni nipa turning around because of political then SLA mefane say obi ete say ni nua because he grew up in their home. Emma pamo Charlotte say where were those people? This country is full of hypocrites. When it suits them, they will condemn it. When it doesn't, when they wanted Charlotte say out there, not Charlotte say no a man, I know a hermaphrodite. But where do your banty and fan channel, baby? The justice system is very expensive. People's lives depend on the justice system. And if the justice system is corrupt, and something must be done about it. And like her, she's a judge. She's had instances where people's lives have come before her, and she has had to take the decision on their lives to determine whether they are wrong or right. This time, that's why we are in a constitutional rule. No one is above the law, not even the president. The president is also not above the law. And the Chief Justice is not above the law. So if there's anything that has been found untoward in the petition has been found against her now, she will face the law accordingly. Same way that people are brought to her for her to judge, be the judge, and to determine their fate, she would also face that the same. We are all not above the law.
Very well. Alisa, you share also dear. Now maybe I'm video a boy. Yeah. Or share or my ruling on the the speaker issue a case now. Or mention 4 constituencies be say nipa honey 100 of is it thousands of people living in that area. You sir. Now you share Asinov. Now you share as we speak, Greater Accra region here, or one of the constituencies in the region, Ablekomanov. They still don't have a representative in parliament.
Yeah. Mugabe me da senior kwenya o de mame. De bia me de family bra, me say family bra sa. We no. Family bra sa. Madam for Porsche and Odini birthday into baby Obia.
Porsche I madam for.
Oh, madam for. Cross our law square no. Madam for Odini birthday.
Porsche no.
Porsche no. Me didn't be baby chia. Oh, madam for. Obisa questions too much. Obisa questions.
I say one man.
One man, one wife. With the beginning and Casaba Babbage, or what?
Your Porsche.
So dear, Ubisa end of semester questions. So, Mugabe,
Chief Justice.
I'm happy, Papa. Me banu na me Mugabe. Na me ni aji woke mo na me tea suspension. No, what? Uza be tie. We should swinging tie. Yeah, you ready? Ya pamo. Uniye. Ya pamo. There's no way she will return from the suspension. I'm telling you, there's no way she's going to return from the suspension. Look at the 5 people who have been constituted. Who can say dom level so you see, yes, why? Aren't you in this country? What is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. Mugabe, you see JM, and Muntie 3, and you co prison on false charges. Yes, on false charges. I say it every time. Mugabe, how did our warrior in Chi tend to rape in the Webster dictionary? And there will be a school saying, I read literature in school. A warrior in Chi, when you bring it into English, it means marriage. How did it then metamorphose to become rape for us to be sentenced? Repetitive justice. I mean, rape you be that. Into Mugabe, by their deeds we shall know them. I swear, Hosea 8:7. Yes, you will sow the wind, you reap the whirlwind. If you said no, sir, 5 constituencies, so 4 constituencies now, and your mark in the back court, you know. One you knew by their own party constitution that their own party constitution removes them in their own article 3 and 9. Constitution, you know, but they brought the matter to you instead of asking them to go away, throw the matter out, because their own constitution sacks the people. You decided to entertain the matter and step on people's toes and talk anyhow to anybody. You are sowing your own sacking. You have been sacked. You have been sacked.
Suspended, please.
Oh, please. There's no way. Hey, it's to take the miracle of Utie. Yeah.
Suspended.
Mugabe, look at. Do you know what the woman? Do you know
the difference between sack and suspended?
Yes, and she won't come back. There are some people. When I went to Achimota school, some people were suspended. They never came back.
But anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Okay, you will see. We'll see the scores. Omu try time and omu try 7-0 ni adenu. Omu try 8-0 ni adenu. Ni ha.
8-0 Amada.
Amba. Where 4-1? Dani cry 4-1. Missy on mebium. Mugabe, share. On minor Jumani, when you have
personal issue with them.
Me, at least a personal issue with anybody. The jelly and Ukraine, meaning no personal issue. The Omar prison or your only council of state. And coming back to my bonnet. I don't mean, will be a personal issue. Yeah, you ready? Unnie, who, Samami, when I make a say, even to entertain that MPP case in court, that parliamentary case, and the confusion you brought to this country at that time showed me, Alistair, that you were a novice at the job. You had no experience being Chief Justice. I saw my father Kantonakpo. Look at you. You now person who smuggle 5 judges. Omudini, you wrote to Nanado trying to smuggle people onto the Supreme Court bench. These are the names. We intercepted the letter. Yes, she wanted to smuggle more people.
Can you read?
I can read them. No, when you mention their names, those people, you glorify them. Because someone sent for the Supreme Court to say a more position. What did they make her say? Yes. Clearly the names are on your screen. These are the names. Yes. Trying to smuggle people onto the Supreme Court. And then look at you. You understand? These days, so you don't want to mention your name anywhere. You are not fit to be where you are. Mugabe, you think it's easy to be a member of the Supreme Court? Go to the advanced sciences and go and check. Who can say anything? You think it's by partisan inclination to the place? Please. We want a judiciary system where the level playing field, no matter what political party in power, we will see justice as it prevails in the system, manifested by the people. Untumi betra na mo besisi yen na edu obi so a na mo aka na hye edu obi so dia na mo jiji no so. Me say asema afenyo mark in the court ma me ni jiji so pe. And I'm say, whoa, you have sacked yourself because you understood the issues before the matter was brought to court. So you should have quickly sent them away. That per their party's own constitution, Article 3 and 9, they don't have no merit on the case. It was clear, but you found some way. This our way no never my suspension. Who was suspension? So I never my look.
Is she not the same person who said we couldn't use our birth certificates to register for passports?
Yes,
but we could use a Ghana card because it doesn't make sense. You need a birth certificate to get a passport.
Yes,
so that's the primary document you need for a passport. It's a birth certificate. And then she was the one who said that our birth certificates are not good enough to get a passport, but you can get a passport. It didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
Mugabe, look at it too. The primary good is the birth certificate. Then from the birth certificate, you come and get your passport. Then from your passport, you go and get your Ghana card. So the tertiary level is a Ghana card. The secondary level is a passport. And then the primary level is your birth certificate. So how come the foundation that can give you the passport cannot give you that?
That thing was just to make sure that the MPP government got their way.
Yes,
because it doesn't make sense. If in America the only document that is the most powerful thing is the birth certificate. Yes. If you want to see whether you are a US born citizen, it is only your birth certificate, not your passport. Because with passport, you could use your naturalized certificate to get a passport. Okay. But if they want to see whether you are a born US citizen, it is only your birth certificate. That is the original document that you can use. But you can get a passport with your naturalized certificate. That's how you go. Yeah. So the passport is based on secondary. Yeah. Either you get a birth certificate or a naturalized certificate to get a. So but you are telling us document. That we cannot use our birth certificate.
This is the primary document to get a.
It didn't make sense.
It
didn't make sense.
Some people think that the law was made for you. I don't understand. The law, if you go see law school, we use common sense.
That four areas.
Yes.
You already see what's enough.
Yes.
You already see.
No money representation. No Niho. They said no Niho. No Niho. When those people didn't have representation, was she not Chief Justice? Why did she call that there should be elections at those places? This is biasness in public. Yeah, Mugabe. May can't say much. Say look, Sa petition it didn't just start for nothing, and this is the end of it. He has gone through. Send me page here, Masemno. Or no, I didn't buy no. And you get the Asemo.
Tells you not capture Swansache.
But I do him so. And as a suspension, I buy me both say me free, maybe free feel by the other. Say, oh, Nabana Noko. She suspended herself. She by her own action.
And Kramono can say,
eh? Like I know. Yeah, wait till it. Yeah, titi tele. Yeah, titi tele. Hello, okay.
Mogabi. On no, to Namna. Eh? And I say, I tell you, if we
on
one to Namna, and Wakato Amana. So, best you can your tea.
Yeah, share Abra and some nearby, no response. Anyhow, I will say a Likee, letter to the president, to the media.
Yeah, Mogabi, one or no himself, why Bonnie. You see, all of them, they were in the spirit of breaking the eight. You understand? They knew that what they had done, the extension of her post was an extension of the MPP. They knew they were going to win. If they won't win, not Basabasibi bad, they'll go to court. Quickly, she'll pronounce them victors. So she knew that her job was secured. He cared less about anybody. I'm telling you, you go and tell an MPP person in 2024 that they were going to lose the election. They'll slap you. They told her in full flight. Look at how she was behaving and how she was throwing her weight about. See, a nim nanka ye draw near the assembly court. Wanted to say one kayanke and then ye obekuye kura. Inti nyamina once any be omumu. So the two-thirds majority nyamina when nyaminsa womu say pa dia uye suya nye. Why they say when ni sack no nyami womu when me affirmative action guy and you say pomo oba na emite. No. Me Obaye Boni, not Bemaye Boni, equal punishment. It must go to all of them. This one, and I make a one I was saying, you look at the discipline that the judiciary lacks. The judiciary lacks discipline. There's no fairness when your judgments come out and people hear, people cringe. Matters of national concern. When people assembly PA, ni ehun in seminar bana utumi hu 7-0, 15-1. Uko shem passy. Why? What is it? Fearful judgments. It has come to an end. Ghana for Damwasi. Semutu Abama JM. unkwada kosu nenyi nchi adwin kesi a wo no even how you are going about the process no me ma me na ka be journey na dada o
yeah omo
ye be pamo
wo listener so
hey me Mugabe
ne hwe de na do appoint Ekufo
you also no take partisan path wow enti no oka omo a Nanado di omo bae no she came in 2019. Then you have those who came. The Beba, Bafuboni 2008 Ogbodo, J. Ekufo didn't buy, or Babeko last minute, no, didn't buy, because of his intelligence and his pronouncements on the Supreme Court and the appeals court and other things. He was barely 51 years at the time. That's about 17 years now. You can check. And when you hear him on cases, what Bafuboni, when you read his judgments, which you say what being Yankopo on Yanadi Ekwa, a better so a beba. Yetrano 2008 by J. Ekufo, then Ufuwa Gabriel Pamwine or no 2015 he didn't have money yes ana me bono Pamwan or no John Dramani Mahama didn't buy
they are two screen
omo bani nyina Mugabe show bi din hwe Richie the J from Paul didn't buy 2012 just to come and add to the numbers ya Odako Asare 2024 just to come and add to the numbers Henry Kofi Anthony Kofi 2024 just to add to the numbers. I wish that the Chief Justice who will come will find a way to flash out. We don't need more than nine. We don't need more than 9 of these people. 14 adults to do. Find somewhere to put them. They don't need more than 9. They cannot be on public salary. As for even the judiciary is not raising enough money to look after its own self. Go to the small courts. Go to the small justices, how they are suffering, where they stay. Those in the districts who are giving justice, dispensing justice. The whole judiciary, take it as a whole. Go and see their suffering. They cannot even raise money to look after themselves. Then you have justices who want to throw their weight about as if the law is what? The law is an ass. You write it the way you want it. You cannot bring it onto me, Alista. I do know. Ya bodo also. Onumishi, yeah. There's no way you are going to return from the suspension. Free suspension, I'm telling you. I wish I knew a house. I can go and wait for this evening. Bye bye. Continue. Go and join the MPP. You can go and be MP at Winneba. And then be an extension of the New Patriotic Party.
So why was the NPP no more defending Mamma?
Yes. Why? If she was the one, I told you the case Afenyo sent to court was a bad one on the MPP about the MPs who had been removed per their own party constitution. But this woman covered Afenyo and gave Afenyo a hearing and made Afenyo as if he was some big guy than a backbin. Sure. Who have any backbin? Who CJ? Who former CJ Torkornoo? Who have any backbin?
So a former.
Or a former, yes. Or a former Minameka. Oh baby, afako. Or pound farming cocotte. Mikra Kabeba. Yeah, Jew post a fruits and the state sword has been taken away from you. You have been suspended. Well, lie, you won't get it again.
Suspended a year, CJ.
Inti.
Not former.
No, please. Mugabe, take my words for the future. It will work. She's not coming back. Me, I'm prophetic. I mean, well, me see, I sang as I was coming. Yankupon to me, wow. A better in Swebeba. You give you space to come and serve us, and you must serve us in good faith and in honesty, and make this country go on so that don't believe me. Look, I started a law. I tell you as Israelaka, but I stopped. Me say, hey, if I'm a lawyer, I'll fight you. I'll throw my shoes at you. I'm telling you. Mufi saying, so please, Mugabe, the court shouldn't be a scary place for anybody. Anybody who walks to the courts must get justice. Me, I even want the public tribunal system to come and add to the courts. What do I say? Now, when you say, Madam G Mensa, so we will be a Kabadisa, Park you, Yoma, and in Namquado. What I say? Yes. Connivers in bed, moving our partners in crime. You people, you G Mensa, you're waiting that the election will pie 137, so that quickly you will run. You and Bossman, you run and take it to the Chief Justice, ready to wait and then make Baumia president. By now you should resign. Be fast and resign.